folks. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Thank you all for coming. This is the October 6th, 2025 meeting of the Dartmouth Historical Commission, and this meeting is being recorded by Dartmouth Community Media, just so you're aware. We're going to go ahead and skip the review and approval of our minutes until they're prepared for next time, and we're going to start with demo application HDPR 25-30, 3 Woodside Avenue. Here. Oh, great, wonderful. Can you come on up here, somebody, and present up here? Yeah. You would you please turn on your microphone there? And go ahead, just state your name and what relation you are to the project itself, and then talk to us.
Tyler Weymouth. I'm a contractor with Navigation Builders, friend of the Stanley family as well. We're looking to basically update I don't know what you're looking for, just an overall description of the project real quick.
Yeah, what you intended to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So basically on the north elevation of the house, we're looking to add a small foyer area. Currently the front door is about this high, so it'll be nice to be able to get in there without clipping the top of my bald head.
Right, okay.
That's roughly an 8 by 10 space. And then we're looking to sort of update the building envelope, new windows, new siding, new roof. The majority of the project is just on the inside, moving, redoing the kitchen in a new location, adding a bedroom, but mostly cosmetic from the street side.
Okay. So cosmetic, so windows?
Windows, correct? Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Folks, any questions from you?
Yes. You explained it in the application as updating exterior. What exactly does that entail?
That's the windows and the siding, and the roof as well. It's pretty much the majority of the building envelope is getting updated.
And you're going to be using the same grid pattern?
Correct.
On the windows?
Yes, 6/1s. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know, from the photos that we received through the portal, it looks like a very sweet cottage, very typical of the 1930s. And if you can maintain as much of that look, if possible.
That's very much the goal.
Absolutely. That's why we bought the house, and we have grandchildren now, and we want them to be able to spend a little bit more time there, and the windows is pretty drafty right now, and the windows and insulation, some of the interior type things, but we do not want to change the look of the home at all.
That's good to hear.
Yes,
Yep,
at all.
great.
Are you going to have to raise the roof line to accommodate a larger door?
So in the one area where the roof is, we're building that foyer out, so that there is an additional roof line there for just that space. The remainder of the roof line is staying as it's been.
I just got one picture. Did you just upload one picture? Or am I
No,
just
there
having
should be multiple
Yeah,
pictures.
there were.
Yeah.
It took a while for them to
Yeah, there are probably
upload.
6 or 7 pictures up there. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're keeping the shutters?
Yes.
Oh,
Did you like
okay.
them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Those are actually handmade by a local contractor, and that was a nice addition to the house than what they had before. Yeah.
Okay. That sounds fine. Any other questions? No, I think, okay. Is it not currently a 4-season house? Is it a 3-season house?
The person that owned the home before us did live there full year round,
Okay.
but pretty drafty.
I see, okay.
Yeah, be uncomfortable on a cold day.
Okay, understand. Okay, well, if there are no more questions, I'm going to make a motion that we go ahead and approve HEPR 25-30 on 3 Woodside Avenue. All in favor?
I'll second.
Second, okay.
Are we,
I'm
Okay.
sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just wondering, because I thought the chair couldn't,
No, that's the
Oh,
change in the
good.
new rules, yeah.
Okay, awesome. All in
So,
favor?
she seconded, so it's great, so all in favor? All right.
Aye.
Bill, can you take notes of the meeting today? Just as to who, the HDPR and the number, and who proposed the approval, and who seconded it. So it's 25-30. Thank you, I appreciate it coming in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and good luck with the project. It looks really worthy, and it's gonna be really lovely when you're done with it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Okay, you too, be well. That's this one here. 25-30, okay, and, so Robert made the motion, and Sue seconded it, and all approved. Greg, HGPR 25-31, 3 Pekingese Lane,
That should read Pennickis as the island, like the island.
okay.
Did I spell it wrong?
No, but it was a typo.
Oh,
That's
okay.
On our agenda, I apologize.
Got it.
Yeah.
Greg Jones, architect for 3 Pennickis. I was here about 3 years ago with the same house. We put an addition on the back, master bedroom, closet, and did some interior renovations. Well, it turns out the bedroom's not big enough. So the client's spending more time there, wants to make the bedroom a little bigger. So we're on the back side of the house where these 3 windows are. We're putting a 10-foot by 14-foot A-frame gable roof bump out on the back, so the bedroom inside gets a little larger and they can get a walk-in closet inside. We're reusing all the windows we just put in, since they're just a year old. So we're taking those 3 windows, moving it back to the new wall. And then on this side, there were 2 awning windows where they put the bed underneath. So we're going to add 1 more awning window, so there'll be 3 windows on the side. All the same materials that we used in the last edition. Same windows, except for the addition of 1 new one. They were the Anderson A-Series with true divided lights. In the end, I think it looks a little better than the sort of flat roof or low slope shed roof that's there, because now it'll have a small gable on the back to sort of camouflage that long, low shed roof. It'll give them a little extra space. And hopefully that'll be the last time on this one.
Are the A-Series windows, do they have the internal panes?
No, these, you can get them with the internal panes, but the ones we use are the permanently adhered exterior, interior with the spacer bar in between.
Okay, all right. Any questions, folks? Craig? Okay. Somebody else want to make a motion?
Make a motion that we approve HDPR 2531 for the renovations as described.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? All are in favor? Craig, thank you for coming in,
Thank
appreciate it.
you. I got one more, I think it's next.
Okay. Yeah, it's 54C Potomska, is that right? Okay.
Yes.
This is HEPR 25-32, 254C Potomska Road. And again, we have Greg.
Thank you. Client has recently purchased this building. I noticed on the agenda, it put a date on it, and I'm curious how you found out what the date was, because the town didn't seem to have any, the assessors had no information. It's a big 15 or 16 acre parcel, and there's a primary house on it that is dated, and this is what's been called the gatehouse, and there's nothing on it. So I couldn't find a date. Did you pull up something, Sue, that?
No, that's interesting that usually I go through the whole business when you click on location.
Yeah.
And then you do the map, and that usually tells you what the build date was,
Right.
but I didn't do it on this one because I know we'd seen it, I thought we'd seen it before.
You might have, but not with me, but because I think they had renovated it maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, because the windows that are in it and the trim that's on it today are fairly new. So it probably was before at some point. But the assessor has zero record of it at all, which is
On it.
good for the owners, I guess, for the last, how many years it's been around.
Could it have been confused with one of the other houses at 254?
It's possible, because there's A, B, C, and there's a D.
Yep, yep.
So since I didn't know what the date was, and I didn't want to, take a chance, I figured we might as well come before you guys and show
Part
you.
of the same parcel though, and same
It is,
owner?
they're currently in the process of subdividing it
I see, okay,
for the new owner who will get the gatehouse.
okay,
So I figured I might as well be
Yeah,
safe than
yeah.
sorry.
yeah.
And the interesting thing on the inside, when I measured it and all, it's a cast-in-place concrete foundation. So when I first went to the house, I told the owner, oh, it looks fairly new, so I don't think we have to go to historic. But like I say,
Where, is the name, the Dodson associated with it, part of the
Yes.
history?
no.
Oh,
They're
okay.
relatively new to town. Mrs. Dodson actually grew up in Dartmouth, but her husband is new to town. That's the Dodson name. So it's not been in their family. They just saw the property, fell in love with it, and struck a deal with the current owners to subdivide and buy this piece of it. So they want to make it not quite their year-round home, but pretty close to it. And even though, like I say, it's been modernized, they would like to do another round. The biggest change, really, replace the windows with true weight and sash, or weight and chain aluminum-clad wood windows made by a company out of Nova Scotia called Norwood Windows, which I'm not familiar with, but I looked at their product and they're incredible windows. So they have true divided lights, interior, exterior, and the old-fashioned bronze chains with lead
Wow.
weights in them. Yeah,
I thought people were throwing those out, but, I mean, that's great.
yeah. No, a lot of people do throw them out. There's a little picture here of them. They look quite impressive.
Are they otherwise, thermal pane windows or?
Yeah, they're insulated glass. And, you know, I discussed with the homeowner that when you have those sash pockets with the chain and weights, you lose a lot of thermal efficiency because you can't insulate those pockets. But this is what they would like to do. They like to see the chains go up and down when they lift and lower the windows. So,
We like that too.
yeah, no, I appreciate, you know, his desire to keep it sort of historic looking. So the biggest change, besides putting on new cedar shingles, we're going to replace the cedar shingles with matching cedar shingles. We're going to put a red cedar shingle roof on it, put all new trim around it, and change the windows design somewhat. I'll show you those pictures in a minute. But the biggest sort of structural change is we're proposing 3 dormers in the roof area here. On the back side, there was a large dormer added, so the upstairs bedrooms and bathroom actually have nice headroom on one side of the house, but when you come to the front side of the house, they give up a lot of space. So we're proposing 3 doghouse dormers on the front and 1 additional shed dormer on the back where these 2 skylights are. And they will look something like...
Quick change artist.
I apologize, these are pretty light. So the front of the house, 1 shed dormer, 2nd shed dormer, 3rd shed dormer. The middle one lines up with the front door. The 2 on the sides line up with the center of where the windows downstairs are. And then this is the new arrangements of windows upstairs. Currently, the one in the center is taller, which is kind of a funky looking thing. The windows down.
So you're gonna make them all even, okay.
Yep, so now we're putting these dormers in, we can actually fit a walk-in closet here and a bathroom here. Whereas before, you really didn't have the space with the way this roof came down to put those spaces in there. And then the last piece on the back side is another shed dormer, so that this bedroom can get views of a pond just on the back side of the property. We're proposing to close off 2 kitchen windows because they're rearranging the kitchen, and they won't need those anymore. And then one of the other sort of funky things with these weight and chain windows, the spacing between the windows gets wider. Typically, I put like 4.5-inch casings between windows. These are about 7.5 because they have these big pockets. But
Good.
so that's what we're proposing here, and I will tell you, I probably will be back next month because they want to put a screen porch on the back. But we have to go through conservation before we get approval for that, and they may deny it, so. But phase one are these windows, siding, trim, and interior renovations. And
Okay.
that's it.
I appreciate that. Any questions about this project? Okay.
I got a
Yes, sir.
question. Are the weight and chain windows code, is that an
If
open
it was
code?
if it was a brand-new house, I don't think they would be, because you can't get the thermal efficiency out of them. But with an existing house, you get a little leniency. So it would be an interesting question. You can hang up, take a look at those. If, like I say, if this was a brand-new house, I don't think it would meet the energy code because of that situation.
Okay. But you see no problem to it getting approved as it is? Okay. Okay, can we get a motion for this HDPR 25-32?
I'll make a motion to approve HDPR 25-32, 254C Potomska Road, for changes as described.
A second?
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Aye. Okay, Greg, thank you for coming in
Thank
and
you,
doing both
folks.
these.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Absolutely.
May see you next one.
Don't forget your weight and chains.
Oh, you can hang on if you want to take a look at that.
Did you want to see it?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Greg, may I have it?
Chains
I can,
make more sense.
I know where to find it. I'm just curious about it. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's why I have sticks in every one of my windows.
Okay, next up is HDPR 25-33, 274A Bakerville Road.
Good evening. I am Liberio da Silva. I am the owner of the property.
Okay.
We have plans to build a solar carport, facing south to install some solar panels. We have an old shed, 8 by 15, that kind of interferes with that construction. The shed turns out to be covered with asbestos shingles. We've kind of contracted a professional to remove the shingles and to dispose of the shingles.
Okay.
And then I'll be knocking down the shed personally. But pretty simple. I mean, it's kind of, as you can see by the pictures, it's kind of an old shed and in very good shape.
So this is just a demolition of the shed, is that
Yeah,
what you're
that's
talking about?
all it is,
Okay. And, but you plan to.
I
come-
have a separate building permit for the carport.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, it's a very small shed, I mean, it's.
Yeah, it's 8 by 15.
Yeah,
It's,
okay.
it should have been knocked down a long time ago.
I understand that the land around the house has an APR on it. And because you are the owner of the property, you have access to all the outbuildings for storage and so on and so forth. But should you have someone there that would be farming the property, is there any way that that shed can be moved to the side where the field is?
Well, number one, the way it's structured, all the structures were meant to be inside of the lot. So there's no, right now, there are no structures on the APR.
Correct, but you can
And I don't
go,
think that I could do that, because I thought the way it was set up at that time was to keep it on inside of the lot. But I did think about that, actually. But the efforts to move it would fall apart. I mean, let me put it this way.
what is the foundation that's underneath it?
There is no foundation, it's just some dirt.
It's like it's just gravel.
Yeah, yeah, it's on gravel, yeah.
Well,
And it has some new studs and some old, just very old studs.
you can make a request to Department of Ag Resources to put a shed on the edge of the field. They would have to approve it, not the town.
Yeah,
But you can have one.
but I'll tell you, if there was a need, I mean, this wouldn't be it. Meaning, if there was a need for the farm to have a shed, it would need something better than this, because this is very little use, you know, given the size and the building of, it's built, it really wouldn't be cost effective. And I don't think it would be useful for whatever what the former tenants that I had there actually had greenhouses there that would be more effective for whatever they could use, hoop houses, whatever they're called.
Right, but typically you don't store tools in the hoop house.
Right, yeah. But by the way, when the tenants were there, they didn't use this, you know, so they got by without using the shed.
Well, everybody that farms does it a little differently, so.
Okay. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Who's doing your solar?
This company, SGE, out of, I don't know if Natick or Waltham, some of them.
This is just a demolition, this is not a building yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Okay, can I get a motion?
You want to do it this time, Phil?
I don't have my paperwork in front of me
Please go
to
ahead.
read. I'll make a motion that we accept the HDPR 25-33 to remove a small shed to make room for a carport with solar panels on it.
Second?
Okay, all in favor? Thank you for coming, I
Very good.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're just waiting. You're okay? I think she's waiting for her daughter or something like that. I don't know. So I gotta say, I owe you both an apology for changing the password on this OpenGov, and I'm sorry about that. I was working with Phil, and they changed the interface, and we couldn't get in, and it was the middle of a workday, and I just neglected to send out notice to everybody, and I apologize about that.
Apology accepted.
I'm
I
really
just
sorry.
want to make a note that he should be awarded something for getting me
A booby
device to be part of this commission status-wise, so,
Yeah. Why don't I type this up, okay? I'll take
well,
care of
that's
it.
just,
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
and,
And I just, so we know, Dan Cardoza, I talked with him today, I'm gonna meet with him tomorrow, to try to get him on board, and even if it means changing our meeting time to 6 o'clock, that's something that I'd like to get a couple of new members on board.
Great.
And he had a friend who was active with him in Rehoboth, where they were both on the historical commission, and he aims to bring her on board as well. So I'll meet with both of them at Dan's shop tomorrow, the Town Squire, I think it's called Town Squire
Yep.
Upholstery.
I met with him there originally when I was,
Yeah.
well, I was trying to get something upholstered, but we got talking about historical things, and he seemed like he would be helpful.
Yeah, I've been just,
And they both live in Dartmouth?
yeah, they both live in Dartmouth, yeah. I think
they
her
have
name
to
is
live,
Lori.
they have to live in Dartmouth to be on the commission.
Yeah.
Can't be Westport.
Well, I will verify that she does, I know that he does, he said he lived in
I
Dartmouth.
think he said she did too, because, you know, otherwise she wouldn't have been
Yeah.
considered.
Did you end up doing upholstery there?
I didn't,
Okay.
yeah,
Was it price, or, I'm just thinking about going to him for a couch.
I think he's
This is being
reasonable.
recorded, and this is part of our meeting. So I'm just reminding, our meeting's not over.
We can talk about it later. but,
Right, got it, good point.
I do have one other thing when we're
Yeah, go ahead.
just that, and Sue could say this too, that we've been getting updates on the Form Bs. We've got 2 batches of 8 for our review already, and we've
Fantastic.
looked them over, and she's also already been out to Smith Mills Camp. And so things are progressing really well. We've made a couple of suggestions
happy to hear that.
or
That's great.
whatever, but yeah, things are moving.
Can I ask a
Nicely.
question? There is a humongous trailer. Is that part of the routine for something that's going on at the camp? Behind the old library near the?
No,
police
that's
station?
emergency management.
Oh, so they have items in that trailer for emergency
Does it make
management?
any
I don't-
difference? Because only the buildings, the historical buildings that are there are the
Right.
only thing we care about.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's,
And that's the library, not the camp, right?
That's got nothing to do with Smith Mills Camp meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay,
So
good.
anyway, Lynn's doing,
Fantastic.
progressing very nicely, and things seem to me to be very thorough. I mean, she's getting a huge amount of information without going to the registry in person.
Yeah, well, it's,
What do you think,
she's a
Sue?
resourceful person. That-
Yeah,
And her cost is, 60% less than we're getting bids on elsewhere. So I was really happy to hear that.
yeah, so if everything comes through and goes great, maybe we can
Yeah.
keep the ball rolling.
Iterating, yeah.
Yeah,
Good, good. So about half done?
good with communication.
About half done, a little less than half done?
60, a little bit over half done, right? Weren't there 22 of them?
22 plus the,
Plus
eggs.
the camp meeting.
Okay.
And I can't go to the CPC meeting this month, but I did report this to Buddy.
Okay.
So that he has an update on it for,
Excellent.
Now, Chris and Sue are representatives for updating the files and everything, right? Who's the
Oh.
representative that's watching?
Chris is the contact with Lynn Smilage, and I'm just tagging on because
she has more experience than I do.
have more, well,
With the contractor who's doing our.
Well,
And I'm on the CPC, I'm the representative for the CPC, and so they have to have a DHC member who reports to them, so I'm just kind of the go-between and the person to sign off on things
You know,
for
that-
payment eventually.
no, you know that there is discs in files of previous.
they do it differently now. Now they put it on a thumb drive, they don't put it on a CD.
What it's gonna.
When she's done, it'll be on a thumb drive.
Or what's gonna happen to the original discs,
They stay in the office.
okay?
Yeah.
I just don't
No,
want
nobody's
things
gonna-
to
gonna take that away.
take things and replace them with new technology. The old should stay.
Does she make a presentation or give them to Macris, or does that go through us to give to Macris?
Goes through us.
Okay, all right.
We get them first and
Yeah,
then
so then
review
that is-
them all.
Yep.
Then it becomes part of the state's record.
Right.
That everybody's got access to, which is the way it should be. It's public funds being spent. Okay, well, are there any other new business, any other business?
The plumber plaque,
Yeah.
what's the status?
Can I make a suggestion here?
Oh,
The American Legion showed me a plaque of a police officer on Reed Road exit. And he told me to bring this up to the next meeting, that a temporary something should be put on the bridge, temporary, until they put the plaque back on the bridge, and just have a roadside marker showing the plumber.
well, I think that it's a good question. So it's something that we thought a lot about in the Veterans Commission, is that a family put this up. Town didn't put this up. Family put this up a long time ago. We have cleaned the plaque, so it looks pretty good. And it's sitting over in the Council on Aging right now. It's waiting to be, for whatever, but I talked to Chris, what's the town engineer's name?
Tim Barber?
Tim Barber, about 3 months ago, and he said, we're not gonna install this, which makes sense, because they didn't install it the first time. He said, we're not gonna install this. So I'm struggling with who pays for and who does the work to install this thing. back on the bridge, because we in the Veterans Commission don't really take responsibility and ownership for that thing, because it was never a town thing. So I don't know what to do with the thing. We could come up with some, I could talk to a company who could install it. We could put a budget on it. I did try to propose that to Buddy. He said, no, we're not gonna, it's not a good use of our funds, several months ago. So I'm not sure, it might only be a couple $100, but I'm not sure the best way to go about that.
Who,
What about the family?
yeah, well, that was my next question.
was in New
Who-
Hampshire.
Who said that it was the family that installed it on the bridge?
The Veterans Commission, some of the older members say that that's the case. I don't have a definitive answer, but that's what I've been told, is that the family did this, back in the 50s.
I mean, it's still a town bridge, so I can't imagine that it wasn't done without the permission of the Public Works Board.
And before I even started work on this board or the other board, it had already come down, so I never saw it in its natural element to know what it, how it was mounted, whether it was adjacent to the bridge, on a
Oh,
railing.
it was on the bridge.
It seems to me then that the DPW should be responsible for doing that.
Yeah, but it was the family who put it on the bridge.
Well, that's what I was told, but let me go back to Tim and ask him that question. I'll say,
Why don't you let me
okay, yeah,
take it
please.
to DPW and I'll have the conversation, if that's all right?
It's fine, yeah.
Can I interrupt here?
Yep.
I'm an American Legion, hello, and also I worked on the paperwork that was in the files on this. I made a booklet of every piece of information that was part of the Plummer Bridge. The American Legion office that's in the basement has got the plumber's name on their door. And I put together all this paperwork. I think I showed it to you. And also in the back, there was a woman's name and telephone number that was the person who was the heir apparent. Now, this person, you've got the medals that he got in that box.
And
He
they're
got
not,
the
they're not
highest-
medals, they're
He got
just photographs.
medals. He was a war hero
I
in
understand that,
World
Phil.
War I.
Okay.
That's not the point.
But the
Is
point is, we're disgracing his memory by dilly-dallying with this plaque, when it's an easy fix. You take a plaque that was
Nobody's brought
fixed.
it up until today.
Look, I'll do, I know we're on the air, an anonymous donation to put the plaque back on the bridge via the plaque that's on the police station. The person who died in the line of duty that's out on Reed Road is similar. It's a Massachusetts sign. It would fit the bill for that bridge until they got it corrected with a permanent fixture on the bridge. And we'll just get this done. I mean, it's been like, it was,
if you wanted to do it, why don't you bring this up last meeting, or call somebody, or
because I'm like insignificant on this commission. So I worked in the files, I used to do all the files when Judy Lund was on, and I would deliver all the demos to the thing. Then they changed everything and didn't bother telling me or doing anything. So basically, I've been festering with this, the fact that I'm in the American Legion and that I've worked there on the files down there and try to organize them and put this to rest for the sake of this person, it's World War I war hero.
I understand. The plaque is not, it is intact.
I know, but you can make something up that is temporary.
But we
By the
shouldn't,
state.
we shouldn't spend money on
I'll spend it.
temporary.
No, that's not the way it works, Phil. You shouldn't.
I know.
You shouldn't do that. We should just get the plaque itself mounted back on the bridge where it belongs. So it's been a long time, I agree, and it's been years, I guess, I don't know. But you're right, if you could take this to DPW and have a conversation, I'd be grateful if you would. And the plaque is, when we took it to a contractor, they said it would cost, can't be restored. it would cost this much to redo it and this much to mount it. We soaked it in Coca-Cola for a long time and used some Brasso on it, and it looks much better. It is not brand new, it's not brand new. But if we could take what we have now and mount it on the bridge, I'd be grateful. And as I said, I did get the cost estimate to mount it, and there was some kind of a, anyway, if you can have the conversation with the DPW,
Yep.
I'd be grateful. Thank you.
Okay. Someone had given me this, there's one for each of the Plummer brothers. It was an, I don't know, it must have come out of a magazine, but it talks of, it's a letter that was written by a Lieutenant Curtis Wheeler to his father on the backside, and then this is Charles Plummer and his brothers, and there's the same thing for his brother, which I don't know where these should go. I mean, ideally, it would have been nice to have these when we first started discussing the plaque, because maybe there could have been a kiosk at the bridge, which would have included all of this business.
I agree, and we've not spent any money yet on it, other than for, liter bottles of Coca-Cola. So, if you, so I love that idea. I think it's very fitting, whether put those behind plexiglass or something like that.
No, it would be the ones like they do downtown New Bedford. They're,
Oh, like that picture is put onto stone, like photo?
it's not stone, it's some kind of composite. But
Okay.
the photograph, they can photograph this and put it right on the kiosk.
That would be wonderful. Okay. So a new kiosk would be constructed then?
I mean, right now, there is no kiosk. The plaque is in like, as if my memory serves me correctly, I haven't been down there in quite a long time, but I think there's an inset in the concrete where that plaque was epoxied in, or whatever material they used.
Don't know why, I guess I never got a good answer, it was just over email, as to why CPA funding wouldn't be appropriate for this. It was just no. But maybe it would be worth contractor again and making, that was just an over email proposal. Sent two of those to Buddy along with the with Form A and Form B. And so maybe it's maybe a more formal request.
I think the more detail that you put in the request, it's for this person, for this reason, it's historic, it fits this line item in the, it fits historic for CPC because of these reasons, and the priorities that the town has established, something along those lines.
Now, is there any receipts
I'd like
on
that.
items that you got sent to you? Do you have receipts for those?
No, someone gave them to me.
Yeah,
They
but
were
there
in
must
an
have been
attic.
A letter.
They were
of
in an
ex-
attic.
A letter of explanation to verify that these weren't found on the web or someplace.
They were in an attic in an old house,
Where's the attic and where's the house?
Russell's Mills Village, and I'm not gonna tell you which house it was.
Is there occupation of people in this house?
Why does
Not,
any of it
not
matter?
relevant.
Let's go to close the meeting, if I could. I appreciate that. And have the conversation, and I will gin this back up with a CPC application. I think you're right in saying, maybe I just didn't word it correctly. I think I sent it on to everybody here, but I don't know why it got dismissed, because I think it's a very worthy thing to do. And it was right in line with the historical usage of that chunk of funds that they
And I think it
control.
wouldn't hurt to approach the family. There are still plumbers around.
One lady, and she's in New Hampshire.
So you've got, in your book, you've got the name.
You want me to go get the book right now? I have the key for the office. I'll go get the book. and you
Don't
can-
get so angry about it.
No, I showed this to people before, and I got just thrown under the bus. I'll go get the book. Have we got time for this?
No.
No,
Let's go ahead and
actually,
close the
I need
meeting.
to be at the select board meeting by 6:30.
So, great, we'll talk about that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion that we adjourn our meeting tonight.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
All right.